Hi, it's Megan. So I was back at it with Tom Ford, Lips and Boys. Tom Ford just came out with some 16 new shades, and I've already done a review for a couple of those, and I'll put a link to that video in the description to this video, along with links to the other Lips and Boy reviews that I did. But a couple of the shades that are in that 16 new shade collection that came out, I don't know, last week, I think, are some Lips and Boys. And so since some of those are still available at $35 as opposed to the $52 for the full-sized renamed lipsticks, me, like some others, I went out there and bought a couple of the Lips and Boys. And so we're hearing that these are exactly the same shades, and some people are comparing them and saying that they're slightly off or they're almost the same. Others are saying they are exactly the same. But I have Tomas, which is on my lips right now, which is said to be Sunset Boulevard. This is it. And then I have Francesco, which is said to be Showgirl. And Lips and Boys were $32 when they came out before, but they're now $35. Just like the Tom Ford lipsticks were $50, they're now $52. So you know, there's a big difference in price to get the smaller version versus the larger. So these are 0.07 ounces, and the cute little Tom Ford packaging. One of the things I'm going to say is I used a neutral blush. These both have completely different undertones. Tomas is from what was the corals to oranges, and Francesco was in the fuchsia to magenta. So both of them will look better with not a neutral blush, but a blush that is targeted to their undertones. But I wanted to do one video, not two, and so I did it this way. So they are, formula-wise, amazing, and both of these have a slight shimmer to them, and I really like the Tom Ford shimmer. It's just, I don't know, it just adds this really beautiful finish. I find the Tom Ford lipsticks to wear incredibly well. They're mostly opaque, and both of these are opaque. They cover the lips beautifully. They're emollient, they're not drying, and I think I already said it, they're super pigmented. So I hate buying lipsticks at this price point, and I hate to recommend lipsticks at this price point, but I have to say, I've been mostly pleased, not 100%, and I didn't get all the 50 Lips and Boys, so I don't know, but the ones I got I thought were fairly consistent, some more than others, but I thought that they were fairly consistent. Some of them didn't apply quite as well, I will admit. And then, in case you don't know, there are 50 Lips and Boys coming out on Black Friday, and supposedly there are 25 new shades, 25 of the top sellers from the last go round, and then they're adding new textures, so rumors are mattes and stuff like that. The two in this video were recommended to me, and they are beautiful performers. They're also available on a couple of websites. I'm not going to say which, just because by the time the video is up, who knows. So this is what Tomas looks like, and I will swatch it right there. And if you see just that beautiful finish, and I'm not sure it's really going to show quite as well on camera as I look on the side, because I can see on the side it looks beautiful. Like, it does show that really lovely coppery shimmery thing that's going on in it, but I can never tell until I actually upload the video how much that's really going to show on camera and how much it's not. So I would say this is a medium dark orange. It's quite bright, but not like oranges can be glaringly bright. It's definitely not that, and it has just a really subtle, beautiful, slightly metallic sheen. I thought it was this one. It's kind of pigmented but not fully opaque at the same time. It has a little bit of transparency, so I kind of feel like my lip color has a huge impact on this one, and it just wears and applies beautifully. The shimmer doesn't wear off unevenly, it kind of wears evenly, and I got almost, I would say about 2.5 hours wear of this with a slight tiny bit of staining. So I think this is a great shade. It just, I don't know, I love this one. I really do. If you don't like oranges, well, you might not, but I really like it. I thought it was a really unusual standout shade, I guess. And the fact that it's a little bit sheer makes it more wearable, because oranges can be tough. Okay, Francesco, and I'm gonna put it on first. And I put them on camera so you can kind of see how they apply. As I watch the application, it's just so even, so beautiful. And it has that really pigmented full coverage, but it just doesn't ever look heavy. So here it is. And this one also has a little bit of a shimmer, but much less so. So there again, just a super vivid, beautiful, lovely shade. And with a blush that has a little bit more pink, it's gonna even look better. So this one is, again, it's slightly bright, but not like glaringly bright. They're both brightened, but not that like neon kind of brightened. They're just vivid is a better word, I think, than brightened. It's also kind of a little bit darker. It's a medium dark. It's fuchsia, but it has a slight undertone, I think, of red. And then it has like a dark pink fuchsia kind of shimmer. Because it's a little bit less, I don't know, shimmery than Tomas, it's harder to see whether it's like a dark pink, a fuchsia, or a pink shimmer. It's much more subtle. And again, this one's got that creamy, lightweight texture. I think that it applies really evenly. It does stain a little bit, and this one lasted a little bit longer even than Cooper. It lasted 3+ hours, and I'm super brutal about that. Like, I just don't think when, you know, it's starting to look faded or worn or whatever, that's not lasting to me. So this one lasted a good 3+ hours. And I think that is it. Will I buy more? I mean, last year for Black Friday, I watched them all sell out because I just couldn't decide between 50 shades. That was just way too many. But yeah, this year I'll probably buy a couple more for Black Friday. Before then, probably not. But if you have some shades that you think are just amazing or that I shouldn't miss, I would love to hear it. Anyway, these were both wins for me. So comments, suggestions, thoughts, all welcome, and please subscribe.